Hey everyone, it's Eva, and in this video, we're going to talk about one of the big problems that people run into when they are working with somebody one-on-one, and that is understanding the difference between being an expert or being a coach. Before we dive in, make sure you can like this video, subscribe, and leave a question or a comment below of your thoughts, your questions, your opinions about these things, and I would love to address them in another video. And let's dive in. So, over the years of being a health coach, a yoga teacher, of being a social media manager, of working with people one-on-one in some capacity, and over the years of doing online business coaching and being in the online business world, and from seeing over the years the things that people have written into me on my Instagram account, Why Don't You Say Something, the horror stories that they've shared, or the times where something went awry working with someone, this is one of the things that has stood out glaringly that people need to understand when they're working with someone. This topic of, are you a coach or are you an expert, or is it in between? So I'm giving you a bit of background as to why I'm speaking about this and kind of where it's come from. I also am working on my board certification in health coaching. So that is the National Board of Health and Wellness Coaching. And I was already trained as a coach. I don't really work as a coach now, but I do work with people or just talk to them in sessions about like business guidance from a normal-ass business perspective. And I also teach yoga or private yoga. So I will be sitting down with people and speaking to them, and I do use these tools of coaching. And so that's also where this is coming from. So in a nutshell, ooh wowee, this is so cool to look at. If someone is a coach or someone is an expert, or if someone is blending the two. So in the world of more traditional coaching, of actually trained coaching, a coach is not someone who is trying to provide the answers or offer expertise to the person in front of them. They are asking questions to help that person in front of them pull out their thoughts, pull out their answers, see what they think and feel. And they're helping to guide or facilitate that conversation. It is not meant for the person, the coachee, to say, oh my gosh, what do you think? What do you feel, coach? Oh, is that what I should do? It's really not meant to be that way. So the coach is to say, let me hold space and hold the container to talk to you about what you want, what you need, and how you feel, and come up with your own answers, your own decisions, your own action steps from there, okay? And then we have someone who is an expert, and literally that is someone who's an expert. So if my computer's broken and I say, hi, computer expert, it's not working, check all the things. I want them to come up with the answers and tell me what's up. I don't want them to sit there and say, wow, what do you think? If you did know the answer, what might it be? I don't want them to say that to me. Or another example of an absolute expert is if I hurt my wrist and I took an x-ray and the doctor is holding up the x-ray and saying, hey, this is broken here, it's here, and this is the plan that we need to take. I wouldn't want them to say, well, I think you do know deep inside what happened or what you need. And if you follow your intuition, you'll be able to know if you need antibiotics and a cast. So you can see these different elements of where someone needs someone to really just listen to, this is like the coaching area here, to really just listen, to hold space, to ask them questions and not be a know-it-all or not jump to thinking that they know what's right for them. You can see the difference of where someone really does need an expert to tell them what is up, tell them best practices, give them a plan, and cut to the answers so much quicker than they would if they were trying on their own. And in one of my very first coaching experiences where I hired a coach for $6,000 And unfortunately, this person was super bitchy, super rude, did not listen to me in any way, shape, or form at all. Like if I started talking, they would interrupt me and just tell me information. So I honestly, obviously have thoughts and feelings about that first situation. And it's definitely what led me to be talking about some of this stuff on my Instagram account and speak up about stuff in the industry. But that person was really coming as an expert. Now, experts should not be bitchy, but they were coming to me as an expert and not asking me how I felt, what I needed, anything like that. And so we don't want to do that because I thought, oh, they're going to ask me questions. They're going to help me find out what it is that I need to do. They're going to help guide me around how I'm feeling about what I'm putting out there. Or, ooh, do I want to do this in my business? Do I want to do that? No, they were coming as an expert to give me bop, 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 bop. And this is where things go awry because if that wasn't clear between us and I said, hi, okay, great. I have this expectation of how things will go, coach. And that's not how it went, and that's not what I needed, and it didn't feel good, then that's why it didn't feel good. Or vice versa, you might have someone come to you who is a client, and they might just want you to be bang, 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 give them answers, give them your expertise. And you might be like, no, I'm a coach. I don't do that. I don't have the answers for you, baby girl. I'm just going to ask you questions. So what I'm getting at here is it's really good to know what you're doing, okay? It's really good to know what you're doing. Are you coming from this coach, container holding? Are you coming from an expert container holding? Or, like me, do you tend to blend them? I really tend to blend them. So sometimes there's just the holding space and not given any kind of ideas of anything to a person. And sometimes there is, hey, well, we do know these are the best practices, and let's give you 3 ideas of what you could do that we know could be beneficial and helpful in this situation, okay? So you want to know what you're doing as the business owner, as the service provider, and you want to be clear and know what you're doing and have that conversation with the person who's coming to work with you. So that way, things don't go awry as much. You have a very clear expectation of what's going to go on. You also have very clear expectation of like boundaries or your scope. So if someone starts getting into something else or asking something else, you can revert back to, hey, this is kind of the space that I hold or the way that I run things. So this topic is part of a huge module not huge module, but a lesson that I have in my Why Don't You Say Something Normal Ass Business for Service-Based Providers course. It is low cost. It is awesome. You can dive in and just watch all the videos. And I truly, truly have taken years of my thoughts and feelings and opinions and trainings and put them together into the top things I think people should know right now to run a normal ass business. If you like this video or have questions, please let me know below because I'm just talking to myself. And if you want to chat with me about, hey, I want to do like one session to chat about normal ass business as a service-based provider, or maybe you are in the health and wellness field, I would love to chat with you and support you. And there's no funny business. You can schedule one session and get more support from there if you want. All right, friends, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.